Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another topic related to rectangles on canvas. Prior to this session, we have already discussed many other things related to shapes, like how we can draw the shapes on canvas, how we can draw circle, line, rectangle, trapezoid, and many other shapes, right? So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we will talk about how we can use multiple methods in order to draw a rectangle, because this is something these are the topic, like something that confuse everyone, because sometimes you might see sometimes you see that we are using the fill method, sometimes we are not using fill, sometimes we use stroke method, sometimes we are not using stroke method. Then what are these conditions, what are these scenarios where we are supposed to use it or not? So these all things we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, so like how we are going to proceed. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement first. Then we will create one canvas. On that canvas we will draw one rectangle, and on that rectangle we will understand how separate method are working there. So basically we are going to see the different method or different approach to draw a rectangle. Okay. Alright, so I think now we are good to start with the session. But before we start the discussion, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just focusing on the different approaches or different methodology to create a rectangle. Okay. So now what we will do, we will put one heading here. So I'll just simply, and if I talk about the code is straightforward. You can see here we have just one title in the head section, one heading which is showing HTML by Sharmit. So if I show you the code output, it is coming like this, HTML by Sharmit. Now let's put one more heading here. So I'll write H2, and here in H2 we will write different methods to draw a rectangle on canvas. Okay, so this is the definition which I put here, different methods to draw rectangle on canvas. Now we are talking about canvas, and for sure, like to draw a shape we need a canvas, right? So let's create a canvas first. So here I'll write simply canvas. In this canvas we will put some attributes like ID. So I'll put ID. Let's give the name to this. The ID name would be canvas1. It is not mandatory that you have to write every time canvas1. You can use any name, but for now I am using the canvas1. Then we will set the width of this canvas. So here I am using the 600 pixels. Then we will set the height. In height section we will put 300 pixels, and this 300 pixel and 600 pixel will show you the canvas. But right now if you save it and refresh your browser, you will see that the shape is not coming on the web page. Why? Because we have not specified the styling yet. So to specify the style, you can write here style attribute, and then you can apply the property which is border. So what this border will do now, it will add the 5 pixel border with the properties like solid, black. Okay, so this is ready. Now the canvas is ready, and you can see the canvas is coming here. But remember one thing, this is not a shape, this is just a canvas, or you can relate it with a drawing paper where you are going to draw something. Okay, usually we use sheets, right? So when you are drawing something on the sheet, then in that case you will you can easily relate that sheet with this canvas. So this is just a canvas where we are going to draw some rectangles with a different methods. Okay, fine. So canvas is ready. Now it's time to use different methodology to draw the rectangle. So for that we would need a script. So I will write here script. In script I will simply put firstly, like we are supposed to connect this canvas with a script. So we can write here where c equal document dot get element by id, and here we are supposed to provide the id. So in id we will simply write here canvas1. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that we have connected this canvas1 with a script here with a variable c. Remember one thing, this entire script is in case sensitive. That means JavaScript is in case sensitive. So if you are writing something here, make sure that you are writing it in a exact case. If I am writing something with a small g, you are also supposed to write something in a small g. If I am writing something in capital E, you are also supposed to write in the capital E. So we have to write everything in the same manner. If something is in lowercase, we have to write it in lowercase. If something is in uppercase, we have to write it in uppercase. Clear? So after declaring this variable c or attaching the variable with the canvas, now it's time to define the context. So to define the context, we will write here where ctx equal, and here we will write c dot get context. So what it will do now, it will ask for the dimension, like what is the dimension of the drawing that we are going to draw here. So I want to draw a 2D image because we are going to create a rectangle. So we just need a 2-dimensional image. Okay. So with these two lines, we have just connected the canvas1 with the script here. Okay. Now what we will do, we will connect this ctx tool because we have added the ctx. So what ctx can do, it will provide us some tool to draw the rectangle here. Okay. So what I will do now, I'll simply write here ctx.rect, and then you can pass the coordinate which you want to use for creating the rectangle. So here I can pass 10, 10, and here we will write 150 and 100. Okay, so with this thing only, like you can create a rectangle with these coordinate. Now if you don't know how to decide coordinate, you can just simply search it over the Google, or you can give a hit and try to create the rectangle. We know that it has 4 sides, so accordingly you can provide. Okay, now focus on the types of method. Here we are using ctx.rect only. So if you are just using rect, so in that case you are supposed to provide stroke, because if you save it right now, it will show nothing. Why? Because we have not used any stroke here. Okay, so here we will write stroke, and after writing the stroke you will see that it is coming in a right way. Clear? So this is called a rect method. So if you are just using rect method, then you are supposed to use stroke, otherwise it will not show the image. But if you are using here strokeRect, so if I write something like this, stroke, and remember one thing, here we are supposed to write capital R when you are using strokeRect. Save it and refresh it. So you can see still it is showing this shape. Why? Because we are using strokeRect. So if you are using strokeRect, there is no need to provide any additional stroke method. Clear? Fine. Now what we will do, like similarly, like if you want to apply some styling to it, you can simply write here ctx dot stroke fill equal red. Okay, now you can save it and refresh it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. ctx stroke fill, or maybe we are supposed to provide anything else here, because by default color is black, but if you are specifying something, then okay, so not fill, because stroke and fill are different things. So we have to write here strokes style. Okay, so after the stroke style, when you save it and refresh your browser, you will see the shape is coming with a red color. Okay, similarly if you want to make it blue, you can make it blue as well. Okay, fine. So this is the thing, like if you are directly using strokeRect, then in that case there is no need to provide separate stroke, and you can directly apply the stroke style here. Same thing goes with fill. Let me show you how. So if you want to set some color to your shape, let me show you, like if I write here fill style. Okay, so in fill style, if I put blue, and here if I save it and refresh it, you will see it is doing nothing. Why? Because we are not providing the fill. In case if you provide fill here, it will directly work. So if I write like this, ctx.fill, and save it and refresh it, so you, okay, something is wrong here. ctext.fill. Okay, because we are using capital R, so that's why it was not working. Now you can see it is coming with the dark blue color because this is something that we have specified here. But if you don't want to use ctext.fill separately, so what you can do, you can write it with this part only. Okay, so here you can see write fill with capital R. Save it and refresh it, so you can see rectangle is coming here. Clear? So I think now you have idea like how we can use stroke and fill when you are designing the rectangle. Clear? So in the next session we will discuss few more things, and by that time I request you to please do share your knowledge for the question I'm sharing with you now. So today's question is, let's say if I want to remove a particular portion from a rectangle, then which method we can use in order to implement the same. Please do share your knowledge for this question, and those who will provide the consistent correct answer will be spotlighted in the upcoming opportunities. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.